Hello and welcome to this video. Now, we did the ritual farming. So how did it turn out? Well, unless you got Chaos Rares, I wouldn't recommend it for one, because a lot of Chaos Rares, so make sure you got Chaos Rares. Two, it's only fun if you like doing ritual. I don't necessarily like doing ritual, and it's sort of a little, and you're waiting for that big thing like Eldritch farming. But this is what we ended up with. This is not just the chaos we got. This is two particular scarabs. One dropped from the monsters that spawn before you do the ritual in the ritual area. One just dropped in the map, and they were worth sold one just over a div, and at that time it was like 230 chaos I got for it, and the other one was 160 chaos. So I got quite a bit of chaos from two scarabs, and the rest is mix of running maps and the actual drops that we get. If we look at Wealthy Exile, it tells us we got 3.4 div in 10 maps. Now, that is the two scarabs, so if we minus, we end up with 415 chaos, so you pretty much divide that by two. So we got about 200 chaos, or about a div from that. So you minus about a... So what else do we get valuable? I don't think we did get too much. Yeah, bits and pieces here and there. So you minus 2 div, so we got 1 div, so we got about 2.5 div. If we, like, being realistic about getting two high valued scarab drops. These are pretty much always money. They were like constantly in the rituals, so we ended up with quite a few. I think they're like 3, pretty much constantly 3 you could probably sell for. And bubblegum currency, uniques, we got some fractured items that it's either valuable or it's not, depending on who wants it. Over quality flask, a talisman that if you can sell it, it's worth type deal. And yeah, over quality sword, a half decent amount of uniques dropped. Jewels, I kept them just because they're valuable to you, or they're not. Like, it depends on what you're looking for. Be a bubblegum currency, not... That's the only omen I think I saw, or maybe the one that gives you Soul Eater when you level. That might have been the other one that I saw. But yeah, as you can see, essences and stuff. Some of them from doing essence in the map, some of them the essence was there, and it was one of the more valuable things to get. But yeah, it's not terrible if you like doing it. You'll get a lot of random currency. You could get scarab drops that are actually quite valuable, and there was a good amount of currency in the actual... This 15 is probably the currency I got from the 10 maps in the actual ritual. So it's not terrible. I'd recommend it if you like doing ritual. It's not saying I'd say don't bother. Like, it seriously is not terrible to do, because you're running maps, you're killing more monsters, you're doing that. If you like doing ritual, it is value. You're just hoping for that more valuable drop more often than you're not. Your sustain maps, I'll show the things though. You know what I did. Number 1, yeah. This is what I did. I followed a recommended ritual thing. I blocked off everything but Black Thumb. I kept the harvest in, because harvest life force can be actually valuable in higher quantities. But yeah, block that side off. Didn't block that side. Got some scarab stuff, and if we highlight it all, we got pretty much every single node that the ritual has. So that's the Atlas tree. So it's fairly easy Atlas tree to follow. You pretty much just take most of the nodes. But yeah, I recommend it if you like ritual. I don't recommend it if you don't like ritual, or you have very low chaos, or you don't have a way to get that chaos to not do its full damage, like some sort of other mitigation. But yeah, tell me what you have done with ritual. If you've done ritual, tell me whether you find, like, in 10 maps, do you find on average like 2 very high price scarabs? Because that might actually be a sort of behind the scenes inbuilt thing, that you're actually getting a decent scarab drop. Decent, because if it is, then it's more worth you doing just to get the high price scarab drops. But yeah, my filter was quite strict. We could have picked up probably a lot more trash, but with a high filter, we still picked up a good amount of just usable currency. It's not like, well, now I gotta sit with that, or I gotta try to trade it. You can pretty much stick all this in your stash and not feel bad about it. Or you can sell it, it's up to you. But yeah, so let me know what you have done with ritual, or you think about ritual or anything. I personally don't really like it, but it is one of the ones people are running, so I wanted to try it, test it out, see what's what, and yeah, that's what I got. And if you don't count the 2 things, we got about 2.5 div out of 10 maps. That's not terrible. 2.5 div out of 10 maps. You're gonna, through a, let's say you had a decent build that moved sort of fast, and you could take out the ritual quite easy. Let's say a play session, 4 hours, 5 hours, you'd probably get through quite a few maps. You'd end up with quite a bit of currency per play session. So yeah, but yeah, let me know what you think and what you've done with ritual, or whether you don't like ritual, or you stay away from ritual for the frog witch people or anything like that. But yeah, that's my little ritual farming thing. I don't know what I'll be doing next, because I've been playing PoE with my partner, and she's very brand new. So we've been doing the campaign, and maybe switch over to a Molten Strike Juggernaut. Just test the limits of that guy again, because I did enjoy it last league, and I do have a duelist retaliator, and I have a witch. All of which I went through the campaign with my partner, because she was getting used to the game. So I do have 3 other characters. I can try different things. If you want me to see what I can do with the witch, I think the witch is arc based, the retaliation duelist, or the molten strike juggernaut. Let me know whether you want me to test certain things with them, and because this guy, I think, is better suited to Sanctum than a lot of other things, because the totem bit, it allows you to go through Sanctum a lot easier than other builds. But the fragileness, let's say, is the biggest downside to this guy. I wouldn't recommend this if you want to push the end game cheaply. But if you want to run Sanctum, yeah, this guy's cheap as chips to get going, and you can just do that, hide behind a wall if you want to, it takes it out, or you just move around and do your totems and you don't get hit. So if you want to try Sanctum, do play a Ice Spear totem guy with the Ice Spear. If you want to try Sanctum and you're not sure what to go, I do recommend this guy to try out Sanctum. You won't have a terrible time. You'll do the damage, and then you'll also be able to just take it easy and like sort of play scared if you're not used to Sanctum or anything. So yeah, but let me know what you think, and I'll catch you next time in the next video where I'll be doing something.